Well, hello there. I'm Jaylynn, and welcome to my channel. I've always wanted to say that. And the truth is, I never started a channel because I just believed this lie that my life wasn't exciting enough, or I wasn't doing enough, or I didn't have the right camera equipment. But sometimes it's easier to believe a lie than to believe in yourself. So here we are. Let's make a drink.
Let's take this show on the road. Same shit, different day. I be going out my mind. Hometown, love my place, but while I'm in my prime, gotta go get away. Hop a train, hop a flight, and ride. Tonight I gotta break free. My job, those boss be working my nerves. Rock out at home, oh no, do not disturb. My boyfriend's cool. I need my girls, the world is ours, so run it up, let's go to a land where we cannot be found. So off the grid, way to let us go down. No, me and when they see me out,
Let's catch up. So this is a pistachio espresso martini, and y'all, I don't think I want coffee any other way. Like, I've been on this pistachio kick for like the past 4 months or so, probably like the past year. I don't know. But it's just so good. I feel like in everything, it's good. I made like this pistachio brown sugar latte. I did this lemon cake with some pistachio ice cream. I did a little pistachio and chocolate little brownie. I did a chocolate chip cookies with the pistachios in them. I did like this little chicken cutlet with like pistachios, crushed up and it was good. I don't know. I'm not mad at it. I really like it. And this is very, very good to me. Mm. So this is our first time meeting. My name is Jaylynn. I am a content creator, author, data privacy analyst, and a recovering overthinker. Nice to meet you. So last year, I took a little bit of a break from creating on Instagram because I started to feel like I was creating for Instagram. And I was losing myself in like the hustle and the grind of feeling like I had to be so consistent on an app that really wasn't working for me. And I just started to lose my passion and my joy and just the overall like excitement about creating content. And so I just took some time off. And when I did post, it was really just like a sponsored post or just something random that I enjoyed and wanted to share it. But I think all in all, Instagram has really just become an app that I've used to like share memes with my friends and I just kind of use it for my personal enjoyment. But it's no longer like my playground to share my work. And I kind of want to get back to that, but I have to figure out what that looks like for me. And so while I was feeling that way, I was also asking God, like, what's next? What are we doing with this? Like, while I don't want to create exclusively on Instagram, I don't want to stop creating. So what's next? And I knew I wanted to do in-person events. I knew I wanted to create community offline, but I didn't know if I was ready to like have my own thing. I do think I am ready for that, but at the time I was just like, I don't know if I'm ready to start something now. And so within maybe a 6-month time frame, I received an email from the founders of a supper club in Austin called Sunday Supper Club by Ruth and Roz. And so they emailed and they were like, we really enjoy your content. We really love your book. And we want to know if you would be interested in being a bartender at our supper club. And initially, I thought it was just going to be like a one-time thing, like, I'll come out, make drinks for your event, and then I go home. But they were like, no, this is an ongoing thing. Think of it like, a residency or so. Long story short, after we handled business and all of that, I agreed and I accepted a position as the lead mixologist at the Ruth and Ross Supper Club in Austin, Texas. And so, yeah, it's been such a cool experience. And I'm just so thankful to God because I literally said, Lord, I want to have in person experiences. The way that God cares about the details of your life just kind of like it's just so special to me, and it blows my mind sometimes when I think about it, because while I was over here trying to figure out like, oh, what's next, I really don't want to create content, but I don't want to, miss out on something that maybe waiting for me if I just keep on creating on this app that I really don't enjoy being on anymore. I don't want to miss out. And I think I started to experience some FOMO as I was taking time away from Instagram. And so when this opportunity came and the way everything just kind of lined up, it's just crazy. And I always say that God cares about the details of your life, because when I asked what was next, He came back and said, you're going to be working at this supper club. You're making your own drinks. Pretty much get to run your own little, bar program. You have the community, you have the support. And it's like while I was over here trying to figure out what was next, He was orchestrating something over in Austin that I had no clue about, but these people found their way to me and actually had been following me on social media for I don't know how long. And it's just a huge testament of just how great God is and how creative God is and how timely He is. And I always believe that when you give God your time, He will exceed your expectations. And so that's life right now. And I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm super excited. Love the work that I'm doing there. I love just being able to take my creativity offline and focus it someplace else that brings me more joy. And I'm still going to create on Instagram. I think I just have to figure that out. So I actually just got back from Austin not too long ago. So let's recap the whole Austin Sunday Supper Club experience. And, now that I think about it, and since this is my first video, let's just spend the week together, because there is a lot to catch up on. So yeah, let's head to Austin.
2 for serving, 1 for like the physical busing, and 1 to be in wherever our back of house space.
I do want to serve the old fashions. I just think that's a perfect after dinner cocktail. So maybe we can.
Go ahead, DJ K.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Good to see you again. Yes. I can't to meet you again.
We'll all of us will go do the walkthrough. I'll let you rest for an hour. Firm up those logistics as it relates to kitchen.
Yeah, I'm in bed. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. Let me see. It's literally 7 o'clock. I'm in bed. Today was so long. For it to be a weekend, like a Saturday, is long. But pretty much today, I just kind of spent the day just getting ready for tomorrow, like all of the logistics and stuff. And I'm excited for tomorrow. A little nervous, but I do think that we are very supported here. We're having the dinner at the Colton House Hotel, and the staff here has just been amazing, very supportive, very accommodating, very kind, just really like excited for everything. And I think this is going to be, I think it's going to be different from what they're used to. Yeah, it's going to be different from what they're used to in terms of just the guests. the food, the diversity in the food. Chef D is just so brilliant. He's so creative, and he like geeks out on just different ways of like preparing food and the pairings and all of the fun things that foodies really really enjoy. And we were talking about that today, like this event, this supper club, it really needs to be like the foodies, like a foodie's dream. And so I'm excited to see all of his dishes come together. So pretty much like what's happening is I'm pairing my cocktails with his dishes. And so in terms of like the run of show and how everything will go, my cocktails, well, my first cocktail, which will be a sangria, it's going to pretty much kick the dinner off, and then we'll go into his first dish, and each course has like 3 dishes within the course. And so once we finish that course, then my next cocktail will then introduce the next course, and so forth, and all of that. So it'll be fun. It will be exhilarating, I think. Just yeah, I'm excited. I'm tired. And I probably won't even go to sleep. I think I'm going to sit here for a second. I'll probably call my dad back. I need to call my sister. And just relax my mind. I don't think the day is over, but I knew I needed to lay down in this bed for just a second. So I think I'm about to watch a show. Got my little ginger ale. Y'all, I've been on a ginger ale kick. Like, I don't know what happened. Out of nowhere, I've just been like needing a ginger ale every day. So I'm gonna do that. Have some fruit I'm going to snack on for a little bit, and we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I might be in the bed. I didn't wrap my hair, took my bra off, got my pajamas on, child. It might be a wrap for me. So good morning.
I ask that you keep them all safe. I ask you get them home safe, and just make this whole event a good event, prosperous event. And I thank you in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Okay, so I started the day by doing some cocktail prep. The menu has 3 drinks, a sangria, a garden gimlet, and an old fashioned. And each cocktail requires a different syrup. So I got started on the mint syrup for the garden gimlet, a brown sugar syrup for the sangria, and a demerara syrup for the old fashioned. And then once my syrups were made, I moved on to juicing my limes and my lemons. Once that was done, I started the batching process. And because these drinks are served per course, it's just more efficient to batch the cocktails rather than making them to order. I'm usually preparing for at least 45 guests who will all receive 3 drinks throughout the course of the dinner. So 45 people who will receive 3 drinks, that's 135 drinks that I'm making throughout the evening. So batching just helps with consistency and speed. Now this is my garden gimlet cocktail, and as a gin girly, I love me some gin, but it can definitely be polarizing for a lot of people. So striking the perfect balance between spirit, sweetness, and citrus is crucial. Now, as for the sangria and the old fashioned, those are pretty straightforward when it comes to batching. But at this point, I was rushing because time got away from me and we were just moments away from starting. But thankfully, I made it work. The lightest one.
The one with the tape is the
mango rum punch.
tape is rum. This one is going to be this. I think that's also a mango rum punch. That's the bottle we just read. Or is that's a peach tea?
This is the peach.
Okay, gotcha. Mm-hmm. So about, is this Cabernet or is this?
This is sangria. Everyone have enough? So yesterday was amazing. Like amazing. While there were a lot of hoops and different, challenges we just had to face head on. We had to pivot. We had to really tap into. Let me take this off. There we go. We had to pivot and really just tap into who we are professionally to make a lot of things work. And we did. I'm still kind of like processing everything because things happen quick and I couldn't even like capture all of the content that I wanted to capture just because it was quick. Once service started at like 6, well, really like 5, it just kept going and going and going and going. What a journey, what a ride. I'm about to go get some breakfast with Chef D and kind of just re-talk or just recap the night. And then later, the team is going to have a meeting because we got to do this all over again on Sunday, next Sunday. So we just want to have a meeting, get on the same page, and yeah.
I guess to make it like traditional, so that like
Yeah, so Austin was cute. It was fun. It was all the things. And I can't wait to go back. Actually, I think by the time you all see this, I will be heading back for the March 9th dinner. So I'll definitely bring you along with me for that. But right now, I'm about to cook. I am starving. I had nothing today but coffee and this one little piece of watermelon. I'm gonna make some brown stew salmon, some rice and peas, and some cabbage. Because y'all, it's been a minute since I've had like a really good meal. I feel like I'm always like picking up something or ordering, which I'm trying to do less of. So yeah, let's get into this dinner. Mm, good morning. Yeah, after dinner last night, I was passed out. I don't know if I was actually tired or if I just had the itis. I don't know, but I was knocked out. But anyway, it is Monday, and one thing about me, I actually enjoy Mondays. Like, I don't have like the Sunday scaries. Monday is like my day where I just do all the things so that I can just coast throughout the week. And so, yeah, it's 10:30, and I've had 2 meetings today. I had one for Ruth and Roz, and then one for work. Um, Wait, actually, speaking of work, I don't think we've talked about that. So I know I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I am a data privacy analyst, but I don't think I really got into it. So let's get into it. So yeah, I have been a privacy analyst for about 8 years. working as a contractor in the DMV area, mainly in DC, supporting various federal agencies. I've worked at the FDIC, Department of Transportation, CSOSA, Department of Justice, Department of Interior, Department of Education, and now I'm at a different agency that I really, really enjoy working at. So, yeah, pretty much as a privacy analyst, I ensure that there is compliance with safeguarding the agency's data and protecting any PII that may be stored in an agency's system. And so I do a lot of reading, a lot of writing, a lot of research, and I am in tons of meetings throughout the week. Meetings are pretty much like what take up the majority of my work, which is pretty common in most places. But in these meetings, I'm having conversations with different stakeholders or clients about their system to get a better understanding of their system, understand what it does, what it collects, where this information comes from, why it's collecting information, who it's collecting information from, what's the purpose of the system, what information is collected. I'm not sure if I said that. And so these conversations and meetings and things like that, they pretty much just help me to assess the privacy risks and make a determination as to what the next steps would be for that system as it relates to privacy. And so, yeah, I've been doing this for a minute. And people always ask, like, do you like your job? Do you love your job? And I really don't know the answer to that question. I mean, obviously, I like the work because I've been doing it for such a long time. Now, I will say I am ready for a slight pivot within privacy, something maybe within leadership or even like project management. So, right now, I'm actually studying for my CIPM, which is the Certified Information Privacy Manager certification. So, we'll see where it goes, but that's where I'm at now. So I'm actually getting ready to dive into a deep work session. And I like to do these on Mondays or Tuesdays to, again, start the week off strong. And this just helps me catch up on things that I may have missed last week, create a plan for this week, but also just get some work done, uninterrupted. I turn my phone off and I just kind of dive in and I stay focused for at least an hour or two. So I'm about to do that and I will check in with y'all in a bit. Oh, I like this. But I don't know. It's low key not giving like couple announcement. It's giving like maybe like a new movie, new collab, new promo on something. I don't know. Either way, I'm with it. So this is one of those weeks where I am like waiting and wanting my period to hurry up and come on. It was supposed to come on the 1st. It is now the 3rd. And I'm like, girl, any other time you pop up unwanted, unwelcomed, all the things. But this week, you taking your sweet little time. I don't know. So today has been super productive. I did everything that I wanted to do and a little more. And so today I was able to go through my to-do list, checked off everything in terms of work things and then like creative things. I got to that as well. I even had like this creative burst of energy, like that came out of nowhere. Hold on. And so, yeah, I had this little creative burst of energy. I was sitting at the kitchen table doing some work, and I noticed how it was like probably like 4:30, almost 5. And I noticed how the light was coming through the window, and I saw how it was just like covering the coffee table, the kitchen table, and then onto the counter. And it was just like this warm, delicious light. And I'm like, oh, I gotta film something. And so I made that pistachio brown sugar latte that I made the other day. I filmed that, and I think I'm gonna share that as a reel probably tomorrow. I haven't posted anything in a long time, and I'm trying to get better. Well, no, let me not even lie and say that. I haven't posted anything in a long time, and I think in terms of Instagram, I would like to get better with posting content again. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Instagram is just not my it's just not my speed anymore. Like I hate that I'm falling out of like with it, out of love with it. Like I really hate that because I worked hard to build the community that I have there. But it just doesn't serve me. It doesn't bring me joy. It doesn't make me happy. I feel like when I'm on there, I'm just really there to share like, memes and stuff with my friends. But in terms of creating content on the app, it just doesn't feel natural for me anymore. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is what I should be doing. It's just like I'm just doing it. And I hate that because I love to create content. I love I love storytelling through food and beverage, but I also love storytelling through lifestyle content. And that's kind of like what I wanted to break into. But when you are like a niche creator like me, where I mainly just focus on drinks, and you try to post something outside of that, it's so frustrating because people only want you to post one thing, and that one thing for me is drinks. They don't care about a birthday, they don't care about a vacation, they don't care about no inspirational posts, they don't care about vulnerability. They just want their little margarita, and that's it. And if I can't give you that, that's when, I start to notice like all of the drop off and the unfollows and all of that. And I don't know, I'm just not at the place anymore where I feel like creating for the app, because for me, it truly feels like I'm working for Instagram, and it's just not fun anymore. And again, I hate that, and I want to find the fun in it again because, again, I built this amazing community, very supportive community, and there are so many other creators who I admire, who I stay on the app to support them, and just for my own like entertainment. But I don't know. I gotta figure it out. It's like I don't want to give up, um, but I also don't want to feel like I'm being bullied into doing something just for the sake of doing it. And when I say bullied, I'm referring to the fact that, your Instagram doesn't reward creativity, it rewards consistency. And I'm not going to create every single day. I may only post once a month, and I guess, I don't know, maybe that's a me thing. Maybe I need to check that within myself, because maybe I shouldn't be seeking to be rewarded. Maybe it should just be, if you only want to post once a month, then just post it, but don't expect anything. Okay. Okay. Well, dang. So anyway, so yeah, I filmed this little coffee reel that I'm gonna post tomorrow. I think it's really cute. It's one of my favorite coffee drinks right now, so I'm gonna post that tomorrow. But tonight, I'm going to finish up my little skincare. This is a mask I do. It's the acne and blemish control mask. By Urban Skin. I always use this like the week that I know my period is getting ready to come on, because I will definitely break out, and I'm starting to see that my skin is getting very irritated, and I'm noticing the breakouts. So that lets me know Auntie Flo is on her way. So I'm gonna finish up my skincare, I'm gonna take a shower, and I'll probably stay up and edit that reel for tomorrow. But yeah, that's it, y'all. It's been a good long day, and I hope you had a good day too. I do. But all right, y'all, I'll catch y'all later. So today was one of those days where I just did not feel like doing anything. And for the most part, I didn't. I did have therapy. I usually have therapy every Tuesday, but I wasn't feeling good last week, so we canceled it. And yeah, it was a really good session. And I even told her that I'm ready to go every other week. I'm starting to realize like I'm running out of stuff to talk about. And I'm like, girl, I don't need to pay you to just talk to you like I could talk to my homegirls or whatever. So we're gonna switch to every other week, which I think will be good for me. So I don't have as much going on in my life. Like I was going through a lot of transitions, some turmoil, some challenges, and I just needed like tools and a diagnosis. I think I said I have ADHD, medication, coping techniques, and I needed to learn like breathing techniques and exercises and things like that. And so, yeah, therapy has been really good for me. It's really helped me to like understand how I think, but also help me kind of like process some of my like limiting beliefs about myself as a person who struggles with like perfectionism and fear and imposter syndrome and all of that. I've really taken time this past year, well, it hasn't even been a year, but these past few months to just try to understand that and try to understand like where that's coming from, and then also how to engage with those feelings and how to process those feelings, and how to feel the feelings. And so therapy has been really good for me. And y'all, I did post a reel. Last night's conversation really sat with me like, wow, okay. Because I think sometimes, well, I don't know. I was going to say sometimes we think that we are above being checked, even if we are the ones that have to like remind ourselves, like, no, girl, you're the problem. And so last night's conversation, it did something to me and just kind of reminded me like, you started this because you wanted to inspire people through your work. And if you're not posting and if you're not sharing and engaging and doing what you said you was going to do, why do you think you're going to be rewarded in any way? So, yeah. But anyway, I posted the reel. And it's such a cute reel. I love the way it looks. I love the way, actually, let's just look at it.
Just help with like different.
Oh, okay. I remember them being how they put all of the little macaronis up in the same area. I didn't eat that at all. I had coffee. Oh wait, no, I had some bacon and grits.
It does have like a.
Taste it.
Mhm.
Mm. Y'all, I love a good cup of coffee. Like when I go to bed at night, I really go to bed thinking about my cup of coffee in the morning. Like it's just so good. And I don't really care for like coffee, like at coffee shops. Um, yeah, I'm just not like I like my coffee at home. I like making it at home. I like flavoring it the way I want it flavored. And right now I'm on this pistachio or brown sugar thing. And I know I can go to Starbucks and get that, but it is not the same. It's not the same. Like after I put the little cream, the pistachio syrup, and brown sugar syrup, y'all, it's just so good. And it has to be dark roast. I can't do medium or light. It's got a little acid reflux. But y'all, it's just so good. I remember I was dating this guy and he didn't drink coffee. And so I asked him, like, so what do you do in the morning? Like, what's your wake up drink? And he said nothing. Like, I might have some orange juice, water. Didn't last. So anyway, I think the last time we spoke, I was headed out the door to go have dinner with my friend Candace. We went to St. James. Y'all, the food is so good. Like if you like Caribbean, like a modern twist, definitely check them out if you're in DC or if you're going to be visiting DC. The food is just so good. It's black and women owned. The ambiance is amazing. Their bar program is amazing. The menu, everything is just so, so good. So definitely check it out. We had a great time at dinner. It was just like a really good catch up. Me and Candace, we've been friends for it'll be 10 years this year, and we actually met when I came here for like this. It was like a conference. It was called Weekend Startup School. I was still living in Rochester, New York, but I came here for that. And it was just like, this was before like social media was what it is now. And like everyone was having different conferences and summits and all of that. It was literally like us just meeting at, I think it was a college campus, I believe, and it was put on by Paul C. Brunson. He's an amazing entrepreneur and author, matchmaker, and I think he's like a host of a TV show now. But anyway, we gathered there, so many different entrepreneurs from around the world, to kind of just talk about our business, to learn about scaling and branding and marketing and the financial aspect. We did a lot of different like group activities and stuff like that. So I met her at the conference and we ended up sitting next to each other because we both needed an outlet to charge our laptops. Both are introverts, and so we really didn't talk that much. Even during like our break, we really didn't talk. But one of the assignments at the end of the conference was to pair up with an accountability partner. And naturally, because we was next to each other, we decided to be each other's partners. And we just checked in with one another like once a month, just to talk about our businesses and if we were like, meeting our goals, offer advice, things like that. And so she just became like my homegirl. And so when I moved here, of course, I let her know because she was literally the only person I knew when I came to the DMV. And so she would show me around a little bit, invite me out, bring me into her, friend group and family and all of that. But yeah, she's just solid. Like, I love her. She's solid, consistent. And when I think of like a very loyal friend, Candace is definitely like top of mind. And I think in this season of being like in my late 30s, I'll be 38 next month. Whew, having those like solid girlfriend relationships is just everything. Like you need a friend who has been there with you through just so many different seasons of your life and a friend who has just been able to be there for you. And for me, I tend to appreciate like I used to say like low effort, but it's not really low effort. It's just low maintenance, maybe low maintenance friendships. Like I don't need to see you every day. I don't need to talk to you every day, but I want to know that when I need you, you're there, and vice versa. So yeah, say all that to say dinner was great. But it's Friday, and thank God it is Friday. I have a little bit of work to wrap up for the week. I have a meeting I'm going to head to in about 15 minutes. And then I think I'm going to film some content. I had posted this little carousel post on Instagram, and I showed that yogurt bowl with the strawberries and pistachios and the Biscoff cookies and all of that, and people seemed to really liked it. So I think I'm gonna film that and maybe post it tomorrow as like a early morning, Saturday morning post. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh no, I'm actually going out tonight. I'm going out to go hear a band play. One of my friends, they have a bar here in DC, so I'm gonna go check that out. Yeah, I have really enjoyed being on the YouTubes this week and just kind of like documenting my life and all of that. And it's so funny because if you remember at the beginning of the video, I was like, oh, I've always been, afraid to create my own YouTube channel because I'm like, I don't have anything to talk about and that, my life isn't that exciting and no one's going to care. And I don't know, y'all may not care. I don't know. But I've just really enjoyed this. And so, yeah. Yeah. Let me go make my little strawberry bowl. Hold on. I was talking about you on my vlog today. I was like, y'all, I'm saying my friend Keith. You doing?
How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Coming out.
Yo,